Hello, and welcome back to Okage Shadow King. We are finally on the 5th floor of the Deep Grave Pits. Did I mention it has 8 floors? I think I mentioned that. As I was going through it, I did not realize that. I'm like, alright, this has to be the next floor. And then I get to the next floor, and it's not the last floor.
God.
And I'm like, for fuck's sake!
So
now that we're past
filled with bee syrup?
No bee syrup! Okay, bee syrup is not allowed. I would much rather have one of the other random things we've referenced than bee syrup. We could do. We could do Garchomp. We could do Casey and Friends. We could do a Penny. We have loads of other things. We can say you're a wizard, Harry. Ow, fuck no.
I'm a what?
What?
What about the diaper, Ariel?
What diaper? No diapers! We're not bringing the diapers back! It took me a while to remember the diapers. That just happened.
That was a weird night.
It was a strange session. For context, Brian, all of a sudden, it's just everything. All of a sudden, just fucking Sunny and there was Kel wearing a diaper.
It was Basil.
I thought someone else was wearing a basil and talking to Basil.
Wearing a basil.
Yes, I'd like one basil, please, to wear. Thank you.
I thought they were talking to each other about diapers. I don't remember though.
No, I just said it.
It just was a thing for a while.
I think Basil was crying and it was making fun of him.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was like, oh, you're just a big baby. So you gotta go change your diaper. So yeah, I do need to go change my diaper, actually.
Thank you for reminding me. I often forget.
Alright, well. It's still just a dungeon. So, let's talk about how Brian was today's years old when he figured out there's a difference between an umbrella and a parasol.
Today's years old?
Brian is 2000.
I can't say I've heard that term.
How have you never heard that?
I don't know.
It's a meme.
I don't meme as hard as you, okay? We do this.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, it's slightly older at this point, but they normally share some weird thing, and they'd say, like, how old were you when you learned this? I was today years old.
Okay.
And other people are like, nah, I've known that since I was 10. The fuck's wrong with you? Although, to be fair, I guess you are men, and therefore don't have much use for a parasol.
I mean, I don't know. Men get skin cancer.
I mean, and also, not to play the race card.
I mean, my wife is white, so I understand. She's all like, sunscreen! And I'm like, yeah, okay. And like, you can still get skin cancer, Brian! And I'm like, alright, okay, sure.
She's like, I don't care if you're black, you put this on! And then you look white for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Until it absorbs. Or maybe that's just me.
I mean, I kind of just go. Usually.
I mean, my skin doesn't absorb things well, so it could just be me. Anyway, this is me discovering that this is in fact still not the final floor. I actually lucked out in the fact that, despite the fact that I am deathly pale 90% of the time, I don't burn easily. Because I'm a mutt.
Wait.
Now there's a reason. Because my mutt heritage is from, locations that generally have a shitload of sun.
Alright, but isn't melanin the thing that...
Usually. But seriously, ever since I stopped swimming, I, like, never get sunburned now. I used to get sunburned on my face every time I went swimming. And that's just because all of the light from the pool reflects directly into my cheeks, apparently.
Alright, she's here. You know what to do.
I don't have it. Like, I've been sunburned, like, once since then, and it was that one weird square I got on my shoulder after one of our Six Flags trips. And it was only a little rectangle on the back of my left shoulder. And nowhere else.
Ariel, that's not a sunburn. You were marked by someone.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it went away.
Did you upset a witch?
I guess I'm fine. But
I'm not sure, honestly.
I tan really slowly. So, anyway, look at these guys. Aren't they so happy? Some happy little golems.
Disgusting.
No such thing.
Yeah, they are. Look at them. They're golems and they're happy.
They're faking it.
Or are they not golems? They're mushrooms, apparently. Perpetual mushroom. That is, Alright, well, that's not what I was expecting. Oh no, they're doing a synchronized jump!
They practiced it all day!
They're very, theatrical. They had to practice. If it's not perfectly synchronized, the effect is lost. Anyway, my Elgato is still glitching out. And what's weird is that it doesn't normally do that.
You know, Ariel, you joke about them being in unison and all synchronized and stuff. But in the context that this was a play or a world created for Who's His Face's daughter, that actually kind of makes sense.
It would make sense. Unfortunately, that's not the direction they went.
Oh.
Classification is why everyone acts the way they do. So if they were classified as performers that are to be beat up by the hero, then yes, that would make sense. But I think they're just classified as perpetual mushrooms.
Okay, but
whatever the fuck that means.
Classification.
Fuck it.
What? I couldn't hear you over the...
What is the Urn's classification?
Being a key.
Horrible.
Yes! The Urn is classified as you must kill 4 of these to open the next door. That's the classification. Is it? They don't even get legs.
Oh, what an existence to be a bucket but unable to fill myself.
Well, I mean, I guess. They can sort of fill themselves with magic.
All I want is milk!
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Oh my god, I actually have a story! Okay, so I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I may have years ago. But when I am wandering on my own, I will occasionally run into what we used to call random helpful NPCs or random informative NPCs, depending on the situation. This used to happen with the same friend who didn't like spoilers. It happens more often when we're together, because we, combine the power, but whatever. I was waiting for our kitten to be done at the spay clinic, because she's old enough to have that done now. And I went to get Chinese food since I was in the town we used to live in, and we never get to eat there anymore. So, then, as I drove up there, I'm like, well, I still have a few minutes before it's ready for pickup. But I saw a little Asian grocery store, a little small business. Let me see if they have something that I can buy to drink, because I didn't get any drinks with the food. Maybe they have the Ramu bottle. Not Ramu-ne, Ramu bottle.
Okay.
They didn't. So then I'm like, alright, well, I have to buy something, because this is a small family-owned shop. I can't just come in here and not buy anything. So then I bought some Skyflakes, which if you don't know what they are, they're these Asian crackers. They're kind of like Captain Wafers, but less buttery. But anyway. So I bought those, and I head out, and there's this young Asian guy, and his kids, 2 little girls, And he's like, excuse me, do you want an ice cream bar? We bought too many, and it was a pack, and we're never gonna make it home with them. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm lactose intolerant, but thank you. And you're just like, oh no, that's fine then. Have a nice day.
Oh, that's okay. If you had refused without that excuse, I would have been furious.
And I just left it, I'm like, wait, that was particularly strange. Like, I mean, alright. My other most recent random helpful NPC was when I was alone in a parking lot and being very concerned that this one man was approaching me because I was alone in a parking lot. And they just gave me he just gave me a fucking bouquet of flowers. And I was just like, what? He's like, yeah, take them. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And then he went back to his fucking florist van that I guess was there the whole time. And I'm just like, alright then.
I mean, are they poison?
They were just flowers. I was very confused. Like, I was even getting into my car when he walked up. It was like, hey, excuse me. I was like, yes. Like, here, have some flowers. Okay, I guess. And alright, Brian's seen me in real life. I'm not very approachable looking. But this just happens.
What is...
Like, my joke is that my luck just attracts random helpful NPCs, while my brother's luck is winning completely useless prizes. He's won a metal detector, he's won a figurine, he's won a basket of fruit, he's won a basket of, like, fucking dishes, and he just wins things.
Oh, I want to.
His car might break down every other day, but he'll just win a random drawing.
I won a bike in a raffle once that was way too small for me to ride.
I have won one raffle ever, and it was the Hunger Game books. And I've kept them this long just because I won them. And I need, like, proof that I won them.
You see? I'm a winner!
Because if it's a random chance, I won't win. Like, all of my luck, one of my jokes is all my luck goes to keeping me alive. Like, I'll have some weird near accidents occasionally, not often, but I think that just uses up all of my luck for the rest of the year. So, you know. Any weird experiences you guys have, or is this just something that just happens to me and my one friend?
Yeah, no, I can't say that's ever happened. I don't know where my luck stat is devoted, because I almost got ran over by my car earlier this year, but I didn't. So here's what happened, alright? Okay, so my car's battery died in the garage, right? So I called a tow truck or something to give me a jump, and I'm like, man, I'm pulled into my garage. He won't be able to get the cables in here. I need to do something. So I got into my car, right? And I shifted it into neutral, and then I started, like, pushing it, right? All good, all good. It's moving. I'm stronger than I thought. Like, wow, this is not hard. I've never pushed a car before. And then, I pushed it onto my driveway, which is, slanted. Gravity kind of is like, I got you, fam. So my car starts rolling. And I'm like, oh. So I ended up running, like, to the side of the car, opening the door, like, and leaping in. And I got to brake, like, right before I hit my trash cans on the bottom of the driveway. So that was great. That was a great old time.
I went to college, by the way.
Right. So, I don't know if I used luck there, or maybe that was just all skill. I don't know.
I don't know. That just seemed... I don't know what to make of that.
I can tell you one thing, though. It wasn't intelligence. No intelligence there.
No, I would agree with you there.
And then I found out that the guy totally could have walked it around where my car was without me doing that. It was fine. It was fine. The cables were lined up.
Well, now you know, I guess.
Now I want to see if I can do it again, right? Like, it's like a test. Am I still fast enough?
Okay, but you're gonna have to forgive me if I send you into World's Dumbest Drivers. Because they've had shit like that, where the car just starts rolling away in neutral and the guy dives in to the door.
I don't know what I did. I think I was just so, like, I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to get it out of the garage that when I actually succeeded at that part, I was like, wow! This is great! And I didn't think, you know, what would happen after.
Yeah, well.
So I don't have any, at least not off the top of my head, stupid stories about myself. I have a random act of violence.
Committed by you? Or?
No. So,
Okay.
I was at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals for a tournament. And, this guy was so fucking rude. He was just really loud, obnoxious, and he would keep touching your shit. He would just keep touching your cards, touching your stuff. No matter how many times you asked him to stop, and then he'd keep doing it with a smile on his face. Eventually, one of the people had it. They grabbed his head and slammed it into the table.
I mean, I can't really blame them.
And I was telling my friend this story at Denny's because they wanted to go to fucking Denny's for some reason.
Was it 2 a.m.?
It won.
1 a.m.?
Yes, 1 a.m.
Well, that's why. That's where you go.
I was telling him this story, but instead of saying he slammed his face in there, I said, and then he grand slammed his face in there. That kid, or well, he wasn't a kid. That guy never fucking showed up again.
I would hope so.
I just say so, yeah.
Oh, not the guy who slammed him. The guy who kept fucking with people.
Yes,
I
that's
mean-
who we assumed.
You'd think he'd show up with, like, a helmet, maybe? He's like,
no, he switched to magic.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's even worse. Okay, alright, so my brother, he's actually at Magic Night right now. There's this one person there that no one can stand. He's not touches all of your shit after you tell him to stop, but keeps, like, grabbing keeps using decks when everyone's, or strategies when everyone's, like, been like, hey, let's not use that strategy. It's a dick fucking move. And it's just like a general asshole at all times.
Yo, okay.
And I think he may have moved away. Maybe. Or they finally just got him to stop showing up.
Okay, so I actually have a story for that, but it's not a personal story. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! History story. So there was.
Are you the Yu-Gi-Oh! Historian?
Yes.
A legend?
So there was this card. I forget which one it was. I think it's Jin, Releaser of Rituals. If you use it to ritual summon a monster, as long as that ritual monster's on the field, your opponent can't summon anything from their extra deck. People would have gentlemen's agreements at tournaments to, well, you know what side decking is, right, Ariel?
Yeah, the extra 15 guards that you can switch in.
People would make gentlemen's agreements to both players siding them out in games 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Now I have a story for someone who actually I think it was either a YCS, which is like a region, the North American Championship, or a regional. But this guy said, "Hey, if I side out my copy of Jin, you side out one of yours, and then they did that. He sided out one copy of Jin for another copy of Jin.
Oh my god.
And he did it on the first fucking turn.
Oh, that's... Oh, dude. For fuck's sake.
I
Alright.
know.
Tune in next time for more tales of... occurrences?